Alright guys, big trouble for Ex-AGF, Malami and 5 Nigerian jurists as Igbo groups petition Trump over their rules in Kanu's Ordeal. Make it be say everybody when get hand for Mazi Kanu Ordeal, then go in for it. This will serve as a deterrent to others when we say then they hold a public office and then they assume the place of God. This one na Prospect Channels TV. We don't come back again with another Ogbonge update. Right now, I want to talk about some trending things when we say it happen for Nigeria. Trouble for Ex-AGF, Malami, and 5 Nigerian jurists as Igbo groups petition Trump over their roles in Nigerian scandal. Nigeria's former Attorney General and the Minister for Justice, Abubakar Malami, and the former Chief Justice of Nigeria, Olukayode Ariwola, may have courted battle following a petition against them before President Donald Trump of the United States of America over their alleged roles in the plight of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Similar fates await 4 Nigerian jurists, Justice Binta Inyako, Justice Aruna Sumani, Justice Hama Akawa Boka, and Justice Mohammed Lawa Garaba. Wawa News Global reports that the petition against them was filed by 3 pro-Igbo groups in diaspora: the American Veterans of Igbo Descent, AVID, and the Rising Sun Charities Organization, and Ambassadors for Self-Determination. The petitioners, in their letter dated August 28, 2025, and submitted by alleged violation of international laws in the abduction, extraordinary rendition, continued detention, and persecution of Nnamdi Kanu. The petition, which was submitted by Kanu's international lawyer, Bruce Fem, urged President Tinubu to invoke the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act 22 U.S.C. 10102, C in brackets, and EO 13818 against the affected individuals. Allegations against the jurists include arbitrary detention, denial of right to counsel and access to necessary medical care, endorsement of ex parte prohibition of IPOB without due process, to affirmation of arbitrary detention to enable Nigerian government to profit from its own crimes against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Malami, who served as Nigerian's AGF in the administration of the late President Muhammadu Buhari, was accused of orchestrating Kanu's kidnapping, torture, extraordinary rendition, and arbitrary detention without trial. Nigerian justice and the former Attorney General deserve global Magnitsky sanctions for violating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's internationally recognized human rights in defense of free speech and association and fair trial to peacefully promote the Biafra right to self-determination enshrined in international law. The petition read, AVID and others argue that international laws and conventions were grossly abused vigorously by the affected judicial officers, inciting that they should not be allowed to be unpunished by the U.S. They cited various instances where the U.S. had in the past sanctioned juries in foreign land for corpus violation of human rights and urged Trump to deal accordingly. Electronic copy of the petition cited by Wawa News Global read in part, Dear Mr. President, I represent American Veterans of Igbo Descent, the Rising Sun Charities Organization, and Ambassadors for Self-Determination. All 3 are no-profit organizations substantially dedicated to monitoring gross violations of internationally organized human rights, especially in Nigeria. Pursuant to the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act 22 U.S.C. 10102 and E013818, the three non-profit organizations urge Magnitsky sanctions against a quartet of Nigerian judges implicated in the persecution of Biafran leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for exercising his right to free speech and association and a fair trial. Justice Binta Inyako, Justice Aruna Sumani, Justice Hama Akwa Baka, and Justice Mohammed Lawa Garaba, and the former Chief Justice of Nigeria, Olukayode Ariwola. Judges enjoys no immunity for gross violations of internationally recognized human rights. Nazi judges were prosecuted by the United States for presiding over sham trials where the outcome had been predetermined by Nazi authorities. See Judges Trial, United States versus Joseph, and a Russian judge, and so they was sanctioned by the United States on December 31st, 2024 for participating in arbitrary detention of Moscow City councillor and human rights defender Ales Goniver for voicing opposition to Russia's war in Ukraine. The petition also condemns Kanu's protracted persecution and the invasion of his Umuahia country home in 2015, which claims cause of Biafra agitators, arguing that Kanu has rights under international laws to demand a referendum as he was doing. The petition said his persecution for seeking self-determination through peaceful means amounted to a violation of his fundamental human rights. Nigerians protracted persecuted of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for peaceful advocacy of a self-determination referendum in Biafra commenced as early as 2015. In September 2017, Nigerian military attempted to assassinate Mr. Kanu in his home. Many were murdered, but he managed to escape by a miracle. Concurrently, Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, was banned as an alleged terrorist organization in an illegal expertise proceeding that provoked the protests of 5 United Nations Special Rapporteurs on Human Rights in October 1st, 2020, later to Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari. In June 2021, Mr. Kanu was kidnapped and tortured by Nigerian authorities in Nairobi, Kenya, followed by extraordinary rendition to Abuja, Nigeria. He has been detained in solitary confinement without trial and without proper access to lawyers ever since. The petitioners also reminded Trump that despite various court judgments ordering Kanu's release as well as the United Nations opinion that he be free unconditionally, the Nigerian government had remained adamant. The United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention found on July 20, 2022, that Mr. Kanu's detention violated 16 international human rights covenants. It ordered his immediate and unconditional release and repatriations. Nigeria has flouted the working group decision for more than 3 years. On October 26, 2022, the Federal High Court, Umuahia, declared Mr. Kanu's extraordinary rendition unlawful and unconstitutional. It awarded him 500 million in damages. On December 15, 2023, the Supreme Court of Nigeria, while acknowledging the Nigerian government's extraordinary rendition of Mr. Kanu was criminal, nevertheless declared that the fault of its crime, his detention and persecution, were illegal on January 30, 2025. So the Court of Appeal Abuja affirmed the fraudulent, illegal 2017 ex parte prosecution of IPOB as a terrorist organization. No other country in the world has followed suit, including the United States. On June 24, 2025, the High Court of Kenya, Nairobi, held that Mr. Kanu's extraordinary rendition was unconstitutional and illegal. It awarded him 10 million kefas in damages against Kenyan authorities for compromising with Nigerian authorities. The petitioners further reminded Trump that despite the devastations of the civil war, the agitation for Biafra has continued to resonate among the people as a result of enshrined injustice against them. Millions perished during the 1967 to 1970 Biafra war featuring the starvation of infants by the Nigerian government, but the subjugation of Biafrans never ceased. Kanu's continued detention against several court judgments, ordering his immediate and unconditional release, is believed to be part of the abating tensions and insecurity in the southeast region, despite appeals of eminent Nigerians and groups from parts of the country for his release. The federal government has continued to hold him behind bars. So, guys, this is Avid petitioning these Nigerian jurists, okay, concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unjust, detention and all that. So let's see how the president of America, Donald Trump, will react to this. I'm dropping it here. Please drop your comments below the comment section. Share this video, make it go viral so that the world will understand, what Nigeria